Hello there, welcome to a replay from the Warhammer, the Total War tournament, Facebook Warhammer 2 tournament for round 1, and so my opponent was Thundernut. We agreed to a best of 3. I was playing as Greenskins in game 1, he was playing as the Empire. Let's head towards the matchup. So we agreed on Mortis Waste because it's a fairly flat map. Basically, rules for this tournament were one Lord, obviously, no more than 2 heroes, no more than 2 single entity monsters, and no more than 4 of a kind of any single unit. Greenskins v Empire, we can see Grom the Paunch versus Karl Franz. We've got the River Troll Hag versus the Celestial Wizard. Quite a nice little shot build here with the rocket batteries. He's got 2 of those, 3 Pistoliers and 3 crossbowmen. We have 3 polearms, 2 swordsmen, double bronze upgrades, and 3 spears with shields, 1 with double bronze upgrade. I've got 1 goblin, the 8 Pete Loonies. Let's pause this. The 8 Pete Loonies. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Savage Orc Biggins, 2 Orc Boy Biggins, Trolls, Mogrubs Mangy Marauders, and 3 Spider Riders. Spell-wise, I bought Spirit Leech and Sublight, and a couple of Mither would be on there. A few other things. Lucky Banner on Grom. Probably something else as well. Oh, what's the other thing I've got on him? Language of the Boys. And on Karl Franz, who is on a horse, not on his hip griffin. He's got stand your ground and hold the line. And the Celestial Wizard, who you don't see much of. He's got the Blast, the Power Stone, and unfortunately, he's brought every single spell. Bit of a mistake there. But I do like these 2 fellows. They're going to do a lot of damage. Halberdiers, they're not polearms, they're halberdiers. So there we go, he's getting shot on the Savage Orc Biggins. Decent target, as we have a bit of missile player over on the Empire's left flank. 4 missile units versus 2. The Halberdiers exposing their rear. The Savage Orc Biggins down 69 models, taking quite a lot of damage there, as is the Spider Rider. Whereas the Outriders, not Pistoliers, Outriders, they are not doing too bad really. Deciding to go for the Trolls. It's only worthwhile if he takes models down, because I'm just going to regen that. But one of the Outriders is fleeing. As we've seen that, oh, Savage Orc Biggins trying to flank. Yep, they're fleeing, which means they're going to get more shots in on Karl and the other fellow. Big Orc Biggins charging into the Swordsman and pulling out. I like. Savage Orc Biggins getting in on the Elstorm rocket battery. And on the crossbowman with the Trolls, but he's taken quite a lot of damage from the Halberdiers. It's a bad play from me, good play from my opponent, but we see the Elstorm rocket battery is wavering and routing. This unit of Outriders are shattered by the Mogrub's Mangu Marauders. The war is popped. Urgh. And we see Grom taking on Karl Franz. Now I'd fancy Karl Franz in that battle, especially as he has all the support around him. But I have managed to get the Savage Orc Biggins on the Celestial Wizard, and that's huge. Meanwhile, yeah, my Troll Hag is using Spirit Leech on Karl Franz. Oh. But they got her a bit too close to the Halberdiers, but they are wavering also. And this is crucial. I've cut out the crossbowman. They're taking some serious damage. Having to pull Grom out. He will recover health, of course. Whereas the Empire have no healing. The centre of their line has started shattering. Karl taking some big punishment now from these Orc Boy Biggins. And he's losing his support. Chasing off the Celestial Wizard with Morgrub's Mangu Marauders. Do not want that extra leadership coming back. Shooting down the Outriders, not a bad choice, and we're about to get army losses. And battle over. That was the first leg. A quick look at some of the crucial units. Probably not doing much, nor did the River Trollag. That Savage Orc Biggin was chasing cavalry the whole match. Decent turnout there. 170 kills. Oh, hello. 2,262 damage value. Very good. I assume he was fighting Karl Franz, or maybe the rocket batteries. Morgrub's Mangu Marauders doing well. Rocket batteries certainly not getting their value. How are I just doing? The crossbowmen. 2 of them did well. One of the Halberdiers did really well. Nothing from the spears. Yeah, Karl Franz did okay. That was game 1. That went to me. And we moved on to game 2, which was he chose the Dwarves, I cancelled with the Elves. And the matchup certainly favours me. As we see, Alario, she's got Star of Avalon, a bit of healing. The Nobles on a Chariot, a Spearman, 3 White Lines of Trace with the Regiment of Renown White Lines backing it up. 2 Swordsmasters of Dwarf, 2 Archers, Lyrissian Reavers, and the Chariot. And we're up against Fulgrim, a Thane, Miner, 3 miners for blasting charges, 3 Dwarf Warriors, 1, 2 Longbeards with great weapons, I believe, Unit of Slayers, the Gyrocopter with a Brimstone gun, a couple of Thunderers, Quarrelers with great weapons, and 2 Grudge Throwers. So my opponent really likes his artillery. He wants to be quite a static fellow, and he's firing at the first thing in range, which is of course my Spearman. I didn't want to give him the optimum target, so I had a sneaky feeling I'd be facing artillery. If I lose my Spearman, it's no disaster. Taking quite a lot of damage though. My Illyrian Reavers charging up this up the left flank of the Dowie. What I really want to do is get them coming around, add it there, and also any routing units, just to mop them up. Forgot about that tool, that's good. So I'm shooting on the Thunderous, not getting a great amount of damage, but my units are still marching forward, and he's going for the pure main company, targeting with his missiles, which makes a lot of sense. Cav getting to where I want it to. Now I'm trying to bring a Lariel over to the brimstone guns, the reason being that's what I wanted this Tempest to go down. He's getting off some blasted charges and they're going to do quite a bit of damage to my troops. Not really what I want. Already these Swordmasters of Hoeth taking too much damage. But this Gyrocopter taking quite a bit of damage there, and that's good for me. Chariots here need to get in on something, but here we go. Big play. Living Reavers getting in on the Grudge Thrower. But he's using Fulgrim to support, which makes a lot of sense. But now we see what High Elves can do to Dwarven infantry if they get engaged. And just, well, Slayers versus Swordmasters, so they're going to go one way. Star of Avalon dropping on these lanes, these lane chariots of Thrace and the Noble. There was a unit over there. It's the Swordmasters of Hoeth. So these guys running off. They've disrupted and helped to rout the Grudge Throwers. These guns are doing quite Thunderous, doing quite a lot of damage to a Lariel. I decided to get her out of there and to just give chase to these miners. And let the chariots do their things. Meanwhile, while I was chasing, drop Tempest. And we see the start of the mass rout of the Dowie. Starting with these Dwarf Warriors. Thunderous have started routing. Not much ammo left on the archers, but they're not the big component of this army. They're doing their bit. See these Dwarf Warriors thinking about shutting them down. I'm trying to see off these Thunderers because they can do a lot of damage quickly, which obviously is not what I want. The Grudge Thrower was thinking about coming back to the battle, thought better of it. The Thane, he's still fighting the Swordmasters of Hoeth. And again, that's not a great. It's not a great fight for him, that one. We see some more long beards with great weapons shattered. Alariel seeing off these miners. But yeah, this match at this point was pretty much over. The Dowie simply don't like facing the High Elves. Fulgrim getting ganged up on by some White Lions, some Swordmasters, and the Lion Chariots of Trace. The Thane gives up the fight, and even the Illyrian Reaver is having a field day back here. The archers finally run out of ammo, so they're going to be getting into melee. giving another little bit of a boost to the White Line's tracer. As the back line starts to shatter, Thorgrim routes, and we see army losses kicking in. Thought Lariel did some decent damage, mainline routing units. Oh, the Brimstone gun. The Lord did okay. A great showing from the Spearman, but they took it on the role of being the bait for the artillery. White Lions. We see the Swordmaster's really kicking up one of the units there. Decent from the Archers. And for the Dowie, yeah, the Longbeards were great weapons, did okay. And the Thunderous. And one of the Arties did okay. So good game to my opponent Thundernut. It was a pleasure playing him. Thank you for watching. Take care.